While we approached the bar, I felt the burn of someone staring at me. Oh no, it wasn't one of those guys again, was it? I glanced around. It was him, looking amazing in a black leather jacket. Holy shit, he was here, my gym crush. All that adrenaline that had pumped through me moments before while dealing with the pushy jerks vanished. In all the times I'd come here, dressed in minuscule outfits, never had I felt so exposed. I wished I wasn't wearing such a tight, laced-up black leather dress that exposed a lot of cleavage. He was sitting on one of the dark red leather stools, facing the crowd. I caught his eye and turned away. Those ice blue eyes were so penetrating. Each time I'd met his gaze at the rock climbing gym, I'd have the same reaction, averted his gaze. Why didn't I have the guts to converse beyond simple hellos? He was just another guy, so why did he have that effect upon me? There were tons of hot guys with jacked bodies at the gym. This one, only this one, made me react this way, like a turntable that had gotten stuck. Something about him was different, putting him far out of my league. My palms heated, and I grew aware of the sound of my heartbeat, despite the reverberation of the pounding bass around us. I know you from the gym, don't I? Oh God, whenever I heard that sultry voice and the accent, I trembled slightly inside. Was there anything sexier than a French accent? During my brief semester in the south of France my junior year of college, I was in a constant state of sexual arousal, with the sounds of the language all around me, especially when purred by hot men. I opened my mouth to answer, but nothing came out. Maya elbowed me. Yes, I stammered, trying to sound nonchalant. I go to rock hard climbing. I've, seen you there. You belayed me once. His eyes gleamed. I remember. I'll catch up with you later. Maya scooted to an empty spot at the other end of the red and black marbled bar. Damn it, how could she leave me alone with him? She must have figured out he was the guy I drooled about when I clammed up like an idiot. I stared at Maya as she scanned the crowd on the dance floor, shooting invisible daggers at her back. I'm going to kill her later. In all those months fantasizing about this guy, never did I think it would start as awkward as this. Perhaps a friendly hello would evolve into a deeper conversation. I'd seem aloof at first, but he'd say something funny to break through my exterior. Things would progress nice and slow until he finally asked me out. He snapped me out of my thoughts when he said, I knew I recognized you, but you look, he paused, different. Never did I think we'd have a conversation in some underground club, all while my breasts were pushed up against a leather, laced-up bodice, accentuated by a brooch with a silhouetted skull. Yes. I peered up at him. He wore a tight black t-shirt that enhanced, rather than hid, all those hours he put in rock climbing. His black jeans were tight, and I didn't dare look to see if they enhanced certain areas as well. You look different too, out of gym clothes. He chuckled. Did I say something funny? I didn't think so. I only wear my gym clothes while I'm working, but I guess that's the only time you'd see me, he said. I smiled. If only there were other times. I'm Michel, he said, pronouncing it with the French accentuation on the syllables. Damn, that was hot. He put out his hand. Michel. I repeated softly the way he had said it, letting his name roll over my tongue like a smooth whiskey. I'm Nike, I answered, shaking his hand. The touch of his skin arrested me, and I hoped he didn't catch my quick intake of breath. Like the goddess of victory, he said. Fitting. I've seen you conquer many tough climbs. He held onto my hand for a few seconds longer than what was customary, and lightly ran his thumb across my knuckles. My skin tingled with heat where he touched it, and I resisted closing my eyes to revel in the sensation. I tried not to let his remark go to my head and set my fantasies in motion again, but that slight caress made it inevitable. I pushed away a vision of us in bed together, rolling in satin sheets as I whispered his name through hot, passionate kisses. He's just being polite, I told myself. He'd do the same to anyone else he recognized from the gym.